see the fans, young and old, coming to the rest center supporting these teams.
Has the ball stolen away by Miller.
Defense is our identity. We like to play fast and get up and down, but we really work hard on our defense, man-to-man, and I thought it was a great team effort. I thought Aaron Shower was great, holding Chapley down to 14 or whatever, but it was a team effort.
And sets up Shower for shots like that.
It means a lot to us. This has been our goal all year, and we knew that moving up a division would be a challenge, but I think we've embraced that all year. And it's just amazing to see how everyone has stepped up and filled their role, and everyone has worked to get here, so I'm really proud of this team.
It means so much to us, especially because for our seniors, our 7 seniors, we're doing it for them. So yeah, it means a lot.
They're heading back, looking for back-to-back state titles.
I was just going in trying to be as confident as possible, and I had some great teammates who got me.
Corner close, another three.
You know, basketball is a game of runs, right? We're going to go on runs, they're going to go on runs, and about how much can we kill their momentum and then get back to what we do best.
Really proud of my team. We've been working really hard, and you know, we had to come out really aggressive for this game. We did.
Audrey Salinger, great take.
This team is so player-led. They know what they need to do to be successful. They lead on the court. They lead in practice. I'm just really proud of them. You know, it's their team, and they've owned it, and they deserve to be here.
Wauwatosa East headed to the state championship. Red Raiders will play for a gold ball. Welcome to the Rest Center for tonight's Division II State Championship game between the Edgewood Sacred Heart Crusaders of the Badger Small Conference and the Wauwatosa East Red Raiders of the Greater Metro Conference. And now here are tonight's starting lineups. First for Edgewood. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 2, Aaron Shower. At guard, a 5'6" junior, number 14, Macy Faust. At forward, a 5'9" sophomore, number 20, Beanie Thompson. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 25, Maren Schmatzer. And at guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 30, Anna Miller. Edgewood is coached by Laura Stoffness. And now tonight's starting lineup for the Wauwatosa East Red Raiders. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 5, Emma Close. At forward, a 6' senior, number 12, Mackenzie Hawk. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 22, Ellie Depre. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Micaiah Litza. And at forward, a 5'10" junior, number 33, Audrey Salinger. Wauwatosa East is coached by Mary Merg. The officials for tonight's Division II championship are Jason Wolf from Stevens Point, Wayne Chevy from Muskego, and Justin Hawk from Wausau.
All right, here we go. Edgewood looking to repeat as state champions, but do it in another division this time around. They did it in Division III last season. As for Wauwatosa East, they are looking for their first state title since 1981. And we are underway with Edgewood's Beanie Thompson controlling it and giving it up to Anna Miller.
Edgewood being very patient in this first possession, looking to see what defensive look Wauwatosa is giving them at the start.
Thompson pulls a 3 off the front end, and it's going to stay Crusaders ball. So Edgewood's coming off a win over Rice Lake in the state semifinal to reach the championship game. Anna Miller led the way with 22 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds for Edgewood.
They lost track of where Beanie Thompson was on that inbound, kind of looking at getting into zone look. Didn't quite have the matchups, and she was able to sneak in there and draw a foul on Debris.
Speaking of players that really led them to the win over Rice Lake, Beanie Thompson, 11 points, 15 rebounds for the sophomore.
It was just incredible because we talked a lot about Rice Lake and how tall they were and the advantage that they had in size, and she just embraced that role and went in and defended the post, and we might even see her defend matchup with Hawk here too.
Thompson knocks down both free throws. Here's Sellinger with it up top for the Red Raiders. Hawk gets it down low, Litza. Red Raiders with another opportunity, but they throw it away, and the Crusaders have it.
Looking across court for that, skip past three and just got a little bit too much air underneath it. Coach Merck's team has so many different options on defense. You might see them playing a different defensive look every single time they come up the court. They have lots of reads and cues and so many things they can do.
And offensively, it's Litza that really leads the way for the Red Raiders. Inside, bucket is good, and count the foul for Audrey Sellinger.
She had a big night yesterday, 19.6 rebounds. The junior forward had just a great game against West Superior.
Yeah, going 8 of 11 from the field, and now this free throw is to complete the three-point play. Got it. And that game between Wauwatosa East and West Superior was a good one. Like Coach said, it was a game of runs.
It was, and it was that first half was so close compared to, I think, what Edgewood was looking at with how they can get the ball out and run, and West Superior just, they were fantastic defensively and offensively.
Litza up top to close. Back to Litza. She drives the lane, floater, just rims out, but a nice offensive board, and the Red Raiders are going to reset. Close, out, for a three ball, but that's off the mark for Sellinger, and here comes Edgewood. Schmatzer, her pass is stolen.
Great defensive transition by the Red Raiders.
Litza all the way for two.
When you get her moving in the full court, you've got to pick her up earlier. She's going to finish at the rim. She's so fast.
Here's Macy Faust. Almost gives it away, but Crusaders maintain control, and Anna Miller setting it up. Schmatzer back up top to Faust.
Little five-out action where they're trying to spread out the Red Raiders defense so that they can't key in too much on the perimeter. Those blitzes that they like to do, they're spreading them out a little bit so that they're a little bit longer to close gaps.
Thompson, she gets it to go. What a move from Beanie Thompson. Patience.
Coach Sav said she worked on her game a lot in the offseason and really developed finishing around the rim. And wasn't just content to expand her game to the three-point shot. She also wanted to be really consistent inside the lane as well.
Yeah, and 30 of the team's 55 points came in the paint against Rice Lake. So look for the Crusaders to really try and dominate that area.
It's already up to 4 points, and they're 4 quick points. They're getting Edgewood up and down the court. Not going to be a lot of rest on either side of the ball in this game.
Miller has Litza on her. That's a fun matchup to watch today. Schmatzer gets inside, and her shot is denied. What a block. That was Mackenzie Hawk with the block. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Back and forth game early between Edgewood and Wauwatosa East, and we have trivia for you. Here is your Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin trivia question. Which season produced Co-Miss Basketball Award winners? All right.
I think I know this one.
Really?
I do. I
Okay.
do think I do. I'm going to guess D, 2017.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Okay, Litza with the steal. Dumps it off to Close. And Litza has it back. Hawk inside, back outside to Litza.
It's fun getting to watch the inside-out game with Hawk right now. She was in early foul trouble when they played Rice Lake, and she really had limited minutes because of that. So you didn't really get to see what Wauwatosa East can do with that inside-out game. She had that huge block right before we headed into the break. Defensively, what she can do. There is a little bit where she's looking to the officials whenever she's made a play on defense, though. I think that yesterday was real hard on her to go to the bench that early.
Back-to-back turnovers. Wauwatosa East is going to look to slow things down a bit.
We talked about turnovers and ball security being a big key to this game. It's important in every game, but in a game when you have teams that can make you pay so much for the small mistakes that you make, you just can't afford those unforced errors.
Nice rebound by Schmatzer. Gets it up to Anna Miller. Kicks it out to Schauer for three. And off the rim, you have a foul underneath the basket. Off the ball foul.
And if that's on Dupree, that'll be her second foul. So it could be early foul trouble for one of the other Red Raiders.
So Ellie Dupree, the junior, just picked up her second personal, and she's going to head to the bench for a little bit.
She was injured last season when Wauwatosa East was here, so it's so nice to have her back on the state tournament court, being able to play this year, 100% back. Edgewood's doing a nice job of running Schmatzer through the lane. She's making a quick stop at the nail right at the free throw line, kind of bringing that attention inside by Wauwatosa East for just enough time to get it back out to a shooter.
Schmatzer looking for help, skips it across to Foley and down to Thompson. Michaela Foley in for Edgewood.
Edgewood is so disciplined. Every single time they catch the ball, they're looking to see if they have a scoring or assist option right away. They're not rushing their decisions. They're taking into consideration what the defense is doing.
The pass fake stand out to me.
Yeah, and constant motion into the lane. Right now it's Schmatzer, but then she'll rotate out and someone else will come in and hit the nail. It's just a lot of in and out movement that Wauwatosa has to keep their head on the swivel.
And then they get shots like that from Erin Schauer, who was a star in the state semifinal game. She had 13 points and was 3 of 5 from downtown.
And also Coach Staub talking about in the intro of the defense that she put on, one of the best players in the state also, and Adeline Shepley. She held her to 14 points and gave up a lot in inches, but toughness was there.
Litza inside, man, she is good. She's already up to 6 points, 6 of Wauwatosa East, 9 points for Litza. On the other side, fouls on the ground.
If you let Micaiah Litza get a look downhill, you're in trouble. She gets downhill so fast. This is the kick-out three from Edgewood first, but when you take a look at the Litza attack here, anything downhill, she can turn into points.
Foley. Inside to Schauer. She thought about it, but kicks it out to Miller.
They're putting constant pressure on the defense. Wauwatosa East is in a little bit of a 2-3 zone now with Hawk on the bench. That's what they did yesterday when she got in foul trouble. So when she rotates out, they go to a zone look.
Litza gets inside, a great pass over to the corner. Three is just in and out for Sadie Kubaki.
They love that baseline three-point shot. Anytime they're looking to attack baseline, they'll do a little zip pass right across the bottom of the lane.
Great game early here. Edgewood has the 11-9 advantage. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Edgewood leading the way 11-9 in this Division II state championship game. And we have the answer to this trivia question. Which season produced Co-Miss Basketball Award winners?
And here's how I knew it was 2017.
Okay.
It was one of the times when Coach Staub won a gold ball, and it was Estella Moshkow from Edgewood. And then it was also Sydney Cooks from Kenosha St. Joseph.
Awesome. Proud of you.
Yeah, You know how the trivia sometimes can give you those Jeopardy moments here in the headlights.
Of course, yes.
That one I was pretty confident.
Nice drive inside, but better defense from Edgewood.
Great job by Maya Tomlinson coming over and just rotating over and taking away that baseline drive.
Let's take another look at that defense. What a block from Schmatzer.
When Schmatzer got that block from behind, and it just was, Edgewood is so good about pinching offensive players with their rotations. They're so fast on the backside help.
Cassie Kraus in the game for the Red Raiders.
Coach Staub going with a little bit of length with the 5'10" senior, Maya Tomlinson, off the bench.
Oh, a nice steal from Edgewood. Anna Miller, though, loses it. Litza on the ground. Wow, okay, Edgewood comes away with it. Tomlinson.
That's what you call tracking down that 50-50 basketball. Just making sure that you're hustling after getting on the ground. Both teams really value each possession.
Thompson for three, got it!
She can go to the rim, she can hit from three. That's a lot of time in the gym in the offseason for Beanie Thompson.
Big three-pointer for her. She does only shoot 24% from three, and Edgewood struggled from three in their state semifinal game, so nice for the Crusaders to see a couple go down.
Yeah. They lost track of something you can't do is you cannot lose track of where Micaiah Litza is on the floor, and she snuck behind the defense there, and another 2 points in the paint for the guard from Wauwatosa East.
Miller's jumper is just off. Here she is again, Litza. She's got 8 of her team's 11 points. Litza's jumper, that goes 2 more for the junior.
Such a confident scorer.
She is. Makes it look easy.
It's just really fun to see that confidence on the court.
Off-ball foul. That's going to be a foul on Cassie Kraus.
Nice little kick-out, catching ready, quick release. Knocking down those threes. And then little backdoor cut, kind of caught Shower not watching. And made her pay at the rim.
1 point game, Edgewood in front 14-13.
Really fun to see Litza and Miller head-to-head here. 2 great guards.
Thompson drives and retreats. Now Miller's going to try it. Faust. Edgewood's going to stay patient with it.
Really impressive to see this Red Raiders team putting so much pressure on the ball without committing fouls along the perimeter. Everything is a closeout with hands high, hands wide. Just a lot of discipline on their closeouts.
Showers 3 off the rim. Red Raiders looking to take the lead here. Litza gets inside again easily and out to close.
She had 9 assists in the game yesterday, and she's a leading scorer, but she's also a leading assist generator for this team. So much goes through her.
Salinger, spin move, looks for her shot, rims out. And Thompson comes away with the board, needs help, and Schmatzer's there. Here comes Miller. Drives inside, trapped, out to Schmatzer. Crowd wanted a travel call.
She did a great job of establishing her pivot, but she's just so fast with it. I think that they thought she picked it up.
Litza.
Litza has offers, D1 offers from Milwaukee, Ohio State, DePaul. Just an excellent player.
Only a junior, so we're not done seeing her, which is exciting.
And when you play well on the big stage, good things happen.
There's a lot of juniors on this Raiders team.
think last year when they were here, it felt like they were so young.
Yeah.
But yet now they're so experienced, and yet they're still only juniors. So that just really shows how much they've embraced their experience last year and made themselves into an elite team again this year.
Sellinger inside, splits the defense and scores. Another opportunity for a three-point play.
Great attack, engaging Schmatzer, and then just stepping right through.
And that's 2 fouls on Beanie Thompson. Audrey Sellinger at the line, a junior for the Red Raiders, averaging 10 points per game.
So now yesterday, 2 post players, they were able to have Schmatzer and Thompson guard them. They won't have that option for a little bit here now with being in foul trouble.
Something to watch out for when we come back. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Edgewood and Wauwatosa East in a battle here for the Division II state title. Just a 1-point game in the first half. What do you like so far about what we've seen?
I love watching this style of basketball. I love watching a defensive rebound immediately turning into an offensive attack. I love seeing 5 out of 5 players hustling up and down the court. I love them valuing possessions. I love them going for rebounds. There's just a lot of great things happening on the court right now.
3 on the way, and a nice rebound pulled down by Ellie Dupree. Dupree. I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
She's back in with 2 fouls right now, so she's got to be a little careful. They don't want her to pick up her 3rd. That's kind of what happened with Hawk on Friday's game. They're trying to set something up with Litza and Hawk with a little inside out, but Edgewood's doing a great job of switching and just making sure that they're really guarding that ball pressure well.
And that's a huge 3 from Lindia Palambula.
She's a junior forward who doesn't play a lot of minutes, but when she comes in, she is a lights-out three-point shooter. She's shooting 40% on the year and adds just to this excellent three-point shooting Tosa East team.
And can she get another one? Close, but rebounded by Edgewood. So the Crusaders trailing by 4. Miller in the paint, floater off the mark. Wauwatosa East on a 9-0 run, looking to extend that here.
Really smart move by Coach Murr. She is putting Kalambula in there as a three-point shooter and having to activate another defender from Edgewood so that they can take pressure off of trying to double and blitz.
Close just loses that ball. Miller thought about it, but it's now 2 fouls.
Looking to post up Erin Schauer against Litza.
Yeah, they wanted to get it to her. Miller knows what she wants. Inside to Schmatzer, off the glass and in.
That's got to feel good for her, too. She had a hard time finding points on Friday's game, but not typical for her. She was only able to play 21 minutes. She was in foul trouble. So both teams kind of having their players that they're used to having on the court get a little more time here in this first half.
Litza back inside. Her floater falls. 12 points for Micaiah Litza. Miller out to Schauer for 3. That's a big one. Nothing but net for Erin Schauer.
Did a great job of coming out to the perimeter, getting her feet set right away. Great balance in her shot.
And it's a 1-point ball game. Litza inside off the glass. No good. A nice offensive board. And that short jumper is off, but another offensive rebound for the Red Raiders.
Hawk worked so hard for those boards. That was a part of their game they were missing when she was off the court Friday, too. It's so fun to see players being able to play the way that they can. That's what you want here at the state tournament. You want the best players on the team on the court for the most amount of minutes.
Close with a nice drive inside. And that's It's going to go Edgewood's way when we come back. 1-point game here. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. We have a great game going on in the Division II state championship, and rebounding has been a key factor so far in this first half, specifically offensive boards. Both teams have 5 offensive rebounds, but when you take a look at the points each teams have,
Edgewood definitely capitalizing on that with 5 second chance points. Sometimes the best 3-point assist is the one that comes off of that offensive rebound kick out to the perimeter.
And Miller draws the foul. It's fun seeing Anna Miller and Micaiah Lindsay dribble all over the place.
And they're both such good guards, but they're also both so good at defending as well.
Right. They both are so composed. Foley gets it inside to Schmatzer and kicks it out. Tomlinson for 3. Good! And Edgewood is on top, 22-20.
Coach Stav said that she is really focused on the defensive side of the ball and has become really a defensive stopper for them, and she just has been working with her to have more confidence as an offensive player, and knocking down that 3-point shot, that's a great way to get some confidence here on this court.
3-pointers off the mark. Edgewood's on a 6-0 run.
Again, limiting that second chance opportunity by securing those defensive rebounds.
Foley has it in the corner, back inside to Schmatzer. She takes it herself. No good. Lifts up, right inside, double teamed. And that pass is stolen away.
Lots of length trying to pass over Schmatzer from the perimeter.
Tomlinson, back out to Miller. Miller, she directs traffic so well. She knows exactly what she wants.
Wauwatosa East rotating out of their zone look here. Dupree's got to be careful. She's got 2 fouls. Doesn't want to pick up a 3rd here in the last minute.
Nice defense from the Raiders. Yeah, that was close.
That was the coach of me, sorry. Under a minute here. Likes to play fast, but she also is disciplined enough to slow it down and work for the last shot here.
3-pointer is short. And a Miller for 3 the other way. That's off the mark. And we have a foul underneath. Michaela Foley drew the foul, and she's hyped up about it. While I have you, don't forget to stick around for the Jones Dairy Farm halftime report that's coming up at the end of the half.
Coach Merg is pretty upset about that call, because that's a second call on one of her top players. Zellinger picking up that second foul with what she thought was just kind of blocking out for the rebound. She's trying to explain her case.
And Caleb Foley can't capitalize at the line. We got less than 30 to play. Red Raiders down by 2.
We played almost a half of basketball without timeouts becoming an issue either. So that means that these are player-led teams that know what to do. Coaches don't have to call those timeouts to bail them out of situations or to set things up. You'll see both point guards really taking leadership roles.
And I think they lost track of time a little bit there. We'll see if there's any time left on the clock. The officials are going to talk about it. Uncharacteristic there from Wauwatosa East. Just, I think, lost track of how much time was remaining.
Edgewood comes up to Erin Schauer, the first, and takes 3rd. 0.3 on the clock.
So 0.3 seconds on the clock.
More importantly, that was a foul picked up by Erin Schauer in that last tick of the clock.
And that'll do it for the first half. Edgewood with a 22-20 lead. What'd you like from Edgewood when Wauwatosa East went on that 9-0 run?
I felt like they stayed calm defensively. They didn't panic. They took care of business by just not letting them get downhill a little bit, forcing them to kind of make some passes that maybe they weren't wanting to make. And I think that composure is important for both teams in the second half. I think they could get revved up a little bit with the pace of this game. So I think just coaches talking maybe at halftime a little bit about just staying composed as well.
And let's hear what Edgewood head coach Laura Stavenis has to say. She's standing by with Nick Tabbert.
All right, thank you, Carly. They made a run. You answered with a run. It feels like it's going to come down to who can string some defensive stops together in the second half.
Yeah, it's two great teams battling it out. This is what you want in the state tournament, right? Championship game. You know, to be up by 2. Anna hasn't scored yet. We're excited for that. Erin's got to pick up her defense. Usually she's pretty tough. Obviously, Litza is a tough guard. She has 3/4 of their points, so we got to figure that out. And then we got to, kind of own the boards a little bit. I think they're getting a lot of touches and stuff, but we got to be patient on offense and really work our defense. So we got another half. We got to win the half.
And you'll win the game, hopefully. Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck. Carly.
All right, thanks so much, Nick. She's right. That's exactly what you want to see in a state tournament game. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. All right, we're just about ready to get the second half underway. Our Nick Tabbert just caught up with Wauwatosa East head coach Mary Murr.
Coach Smurd, pretty even first half. What'd you talk about? What are going to be the keys here in the second half?
Hey, we're doing a lot of things well right now. You know, it's just a 2-point game against a really good team. You know, we have to be more disciplined on the fouls. We don't want to send them to the free throw line. They're 4 for 12 from the 3-point line. We got to know who their shooters are. And then we just got to continue to box out and run.
How about offensively?
Offensively, we're moving the ball. Mikhailitz is doing a great job getting in there. I'm hoping that her teammates can hit those big shots when the moments come.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Coach Merg chasing career win number 100. It would also produce a state title.
All right, thank you so much, Nick. And sticking with Coach Merg, she is a warrior. She's not only coaching in this state championship game, but she's also pregnant with twins and has been dealing with nausea and whatnot, as you can imagine, throughout these last month or a couple months.
And I can't imagine what that would be like,
Yeah.
because a game like this, she said that sometimes she can predict when it's coming, sometimes she can't. But sometimes if a game gets a little stressful, she might have to leave. And I think you're on the state tournament, you're playing for a gold ball against a great program like Edgewood, and the game is this fast-paced. I think she's doing a fantastic job over there right now.
Yes, major props to her. All right, so they get a quick bucket. We're tied up at 22.
Edgewood is now kind of in an offensive set where they're going to leave Schmatzer inside a little bit more versus pulling her out every single possession. Hawk is staying in the lane anyway when Schmatzer goes out to the perimeter, so you might as well engage her down low and fight for those rebounds as well.
And that was a nice bucket by Sellinger inside. And great defense by Thompson. Sellinger with it in the corner, has Thompson on her. Kicks it back out to Litza.
Edgewood prides himself on defense, as Coach Stav said. Really just not selling out to any kind of zone right now. They're still trying to work on their man defense.
Mackenzie Hawk grabs another offensive rebound, and she's fouled as she comes down with it.
I think Schmatzer and going for the ball, but also maybe grabbed her wrist a little bit.
So Litz is going to take it out again underneath the basket. Sellinger drives baseline, nearly gets it to go, and they're fighting for the rebound. Close comes away with it, blocked by Schmatzer. And here they come again. Short jumper off the mark for Ellie Dupre. Great defense from both ends.
really physical game. Both teams making contact off the ball, really making people work hard, setting those screens, and
What a
there Miller
drive.
gets going.
What a drive from Anna Miller. Those are her first points of the day.
I imagine Coach Staub had a conversation about that also. Sometimes she's so busy being the floor general and making sure that she's directing everything for everyone, but you also need her to get her points on the board as well.
She does have 5 assists, so she's been impacting the game all day. Close. Back out to Litza. She's going to take the 3 right on the money.
Great players can hit all 3 levels. We've seen her hit a 3 now. We've seen her hit a mid-range jump shot. We've seen her finish at the rim. It's great to have that versatility.
Monster on the low block, kicks it out to Shower for the answer. Got it.
I have a feeling it's going to be like this the rest of the way. 15 minutes of great basketball. You can see the 3-point field goals are distributed here, but 2 for 7 for Wauwatosa East, 5 for 13 for Edgewood. Both teams are going to start getting their 3-point game going even more, I think, in this half.
Faust trying to find something inside. Back out to Shower and up to Schmatzer. Miller finds space, gives it up. Thompson has a good look at it. And Close comes away with it. Another 3 ball on the way. Rims out for Dupre, and it's going to stay with the Red Raiders. Edgewood with a 27-25 lead as both teams are exchanging 3-pointers. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. 27-25 early in the first half. This has been a close one. 10 lead changes, 3 ties. No team is really pulling away in this one.
No, and I don't think that's going to change in the next 14 minutes and 42 seconds either.
So we're in for a good one. Micaiah Litza has it up top.
Both of these teams average a lot of points.
Yeah.
67 points as a season average coming into the tournament for Edgewood. 77 points coming into the tournament for Wauwatosa East.
Was this surprising?
It's a little low scoring, but it's also representative of incredible defense.
Right.
And I think if you have 2 coaches who sincerely value defense, I think a lot of coaches say it because we say offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships.
Right.
I think these 2 coaches literally believe that. Like, I think they instill it in their players 1 through 5. I think you can tell by how their position is. They're constantly rotating. They're communicating on defense. And they're going to be okay. If one of them wins a good gold ball and doesn't hit 40 points, they're still going to be okay with that win because they're going to know it came from a defensive effort.
Offensive foul, and it's going to go the Crusaders' way. And that is 3 fouls on Sellinger.
That could play a part in what Wauwatosa East does here in the second half. If her minutes are limited in foul trouble.
Looking for help. Litza gets the steal.
Love seeing that backside rotation. She completely baited the skip pass. Coming out of nowhere, taking that steal.
Nice drive, but Thompson comes away with the board. And she's going to bring it up for the Crusaders. So Edgewood with a 2-point lead here.
For a high ball screen to kind of get Miller open on the 3.
Miller pulls out and pops the 3-pointer. Edgewood now up 5.
I don't think they look to do that as much in the first half as they should have. It's just Miller's being so closely guarded. You have to kind of find some ways to get her open.
Oh, that's another offensive foul. I think that might have gone on Sellinger.
It's gone on Sellinger. That's going to be her 4th. But here's a high ball screen. She doesn't really get a chance to set the screen because Litza was going underneath it. It's It's really dangerous to go underneath a screen when you're against a 3-point shooter like Anna Miller, and she just stepped back and took that through.
So Cassie Kraus comes into the game.
Kraus played when Hawk was in foul trouble yesterday, so she's their sub off the bench if they have one of their forwards kind of get into some foul trouble. Real hard for Sellinger to sit over there right now, though. She wants to be on the court, too. Such an impact player for this team.
Litza taking on Miller. What a spin. Doesn't go, but picked up by Dupre, who cleans it up. Now Miller drives inside. What a dish to Thompson.
She's so good at attacking the second defender in that midline defense. It wasn't that Wauwatosa East didn't have help there. It's that they had help. They stopped her early, but she can pass through that. And they have such a good action of sliding behind the defender when that happens. It's a read that you work on. It's not something that just happens on the court.
Litza looking for the answer. Tough move through contact. She scores.
And you can't say enough about how she's scoring on one of the best defenders at this state tournament. Erin Schauer is a really good lockdown defender, and Litza is finding a way to score through her, which is even more impressive.
She has 17 points. She's 8 of 15 from the floor today. Schmatzer down low, trapped, and stolen away by Close.
The Red Raiders are throwing lots of different looks now. They're doubling, pinching the post.
Litza with no fear flips it up, but here comes Edgewood the other way. Schmatzer has it, looking for help. Miller for three, drains it. Another three for Anna Miller. How about the second half from Miller?
I definitely can tell you she got a talk from Coach Saab at halftime, and she is responding very well.
Edgewood now with a 6-point lead. Kraus inside a couple of steps.
Attempting to back down Beanie Thompson there, and she just kind of one more step than you can take when you're doing that.
Another look at that three-pointer from Anna Miller. And she's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. You look at this, 5 of the last 7 field goals made are three-pointers from Edgewood.
Well, and that would be the game that you would think, the three-point game is what you'd think the Red Raiders would come in trying to do, because that's been their goal all season, but Edgewood really setting the tone here in the second half with these. Hawk is doing an excellent job on Schmatzer. Not a lot of miscues on either one of these defensive efforts.
Miller drives inside, almost gets it to go. Litza brings it up the court. Down by 6.
It's probably hard to see at times when you're watching from home, but if you're here live, you are seeing 5 players communicating with and without words. There's a lot of cues that are happening with hand signals and in transition. The defensive effort getting back in transition is just so impressive by both teams.
So Edgewood out to the largest lead of the game at 6. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back, Edgewood, with a 6-point lead in the second half of this Division II state championship game. Anna Miller really stepping up in the second half. Miller has 8 points on 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. And the 2025 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, reminding you to look for the Proudly Wisconsin badge to know you're getting the best quality and supporting local dairy farms. Now Wauwatosa East looking to tighten the gap here. Still looking to find that momentum from 3, the Red Raiders are. Litza inside, scoop and score. They might not even need to shoot a 3 ball.
And I feel like Edgewood is taking away the 3-point game from the Red Raiders, but they've got to find a way to stop Litza inside, because she is really making them pay with those rim finishes. And also, it seems as if they're getting into a little out of rhythm with every time she attacks. They seem like they're not rotating as quickly as they do it.
Doing it on both ends, too. What a block on that end. Dupre for 3. Big one. Wow, just like that, we're back to a 1-point game.
And we could say this about multiple players, but she's a 40% three-point shooter on the season. You can't leave these shooters open, but what Litza has established inside makes it really difficult for you to not follow her all the way to the rim, and then she draws 2 defenders, and that leaves somebody open.
Tomlinson posting up. Tough move inside, and she's going to head to the line. And let's take another look at that Ellie Dupre three-pointer.
Lipsa doing a nice job of drawing all the defenders, all the attention, because she's been so effective. And Dupre catching ready on the perimeter, and just that's what great teams do. That inside-out game is so deadly when you have this many scoring threats.
Beanie Thompson is a sophomore. Coach describes her as humble. And she only played in 18 games this season, missed 6 to 7. One thing about Edgewood, they're healthy at the right time.
Correct. That was a high ankle sprain that just wouldn't. It was a nagging injury for her. Missed a lot of time this season. It was really hard for her. You can tell what a competitor she is.
And the game she came back against Laconia. What a game for a welcome back.
Might as well jump right into the fire against another great team in the state.
Baseline drive for Litza, and finds Hawk inside. He can't finish. Edgewood up by 2. Faust surveying the floor.
We haven't talked a lot about Close yet either, and she's a great defender too. She's just hustles all over the place. Constant contact with Shower. Doesn't lose sight of her.
What a look. Wow, Anna Miller, it's like, how did she even see Tomlinson?
She's got her eyes up all the time, and she noticed that Close wasn't leaving Shower on the perimeter, but they did leave Tomlinson unguarded inside.
Litza right back the other way. And that's going to stay with Wauwatosa East. Let's take another look at that dish from Miller.
Again, drawing 2 defenders. Nice little dive, backside, little rip cut.
Edgewood has 12 assists on their 14 made field goals, so really sharing the ball well as Close's shot is blocked. And Close still looking to get on the board today.
She got a little high ball screen there. Again, they're trying to get their shooters open, trying to get the ball in the hands of their leading scorers.
Emma Close had 19 points in that state semifinal game. She was 5 of 7 from downtown. It's only a matter of time for her.
They're really running her off the baseline too. They're spotting up with both her and Dupre.
Nice drive inside. And that's Lindia Kalambula, who's going to head to the free throw line. Someone who put a lot of work in the offseason. We talked a little bit about her three-point shooting, and that's where you really see those numbers improve this season.
Coach also calls her just a really hard-nosed player, just super tough, rebounds well on both sides of the ball.
She goes 1 of 2 from the line. Edgewood up by 3 with the ball.
Setting their pressure a little bit, kind of jumping on right across half court. Not quite full court pressure like they've done to some teams, but not letting them get super comfortable close to the lane either.
Schmatzer finds Miller on the right block. Back to Schmatzer, and they're going to work it around. Tomlinson up top for 3. Just off Miller with the chase down. Incredible effort from Anna Miller.
Clapping for Shower for catching it, and she was the one that ran out of bounds and kept the play alive, but she is such a team player. She immediately turned to her teammate, clapped for her, and said, "Great job, thank you." And
oh my gosh, what a save.
She's the one falling out of bounds, saving the ball. It's just awesome.
What a treat to watch Anna Miller. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Edgewood 7 for 17 from three-point range tonight. You're looking at the most three-point field goals made in a single state tournament game in Division II. So they're a few away from climbing the charts. New Berlin Eisenhower in 2018 had 10. They lead the way, but again, Edgewood was 7 with 7 minutes to play.
I remember that New Berlin Eisenhower game in 2018. It was incredible. It was a three-point dream.
Oh, that was an easy one. Tomlinson inside for 2. Sometimes it's just those easy looks off the inbound.
Coach Saab has so many looks out of her inbound plays, and it's crafty.
And that's a foul on Edgewood. Take another look at that play underneath.
Anytime you have someone slicing high to low against no defender, it's just easy layups.
It seems like a no-look pass.
That's not an easy layup. That was not an easy layup at all.
What a finish from Ellie Dupre. Dupre up to 7 points. And she's playing with those 3 fouls. As Miller steps out and takes the 3. Schmatzer with the rebound, but it goes into the hands of the Raiders. Litza all the way, draws the foul and headed to the line. Let's take a look at that inbounds play from the Raiders now.
Again, that was
finish.
A great finish. Came across the other side of the rim. So hard to defend.
So again, she has D1 offers. Micaiah Litza does from DePaul, Illinois State, UWM, Ohio State. She broke the assist record in 2 years at Wauwatosa East. 1,000-point scorer. You've seen it tonight. She really does it all. And that's 20 points so far for Litza.
We didn't get to really see her play very much last night because of foul trouble, but Mackenzie Hawk, the amount of rebounds and defensive effort that she's had has been just incredible. Great finish there by
rebounds and
also.
effort, yeah. Lindia Kalambula is having a great game. We're all tied up at 40. Less than 6 minutes to go. Both teams fighting for a Division II state championship and to bring that gold ball home.
This is exactly what you want at the state tournament. You want all these little girls watching and wanting to grow up and be here to see that you can value defense as much as offense. Tied up, 5.5 minutes left. This is good basketball.
And you look at the crowd here. Packed gym watching this. Doesn't get much better than this. And you knew it. You looked at these two teams heading in, and you told me, this is going to be a good one. It might come down to the wire. You believed it would.
Well, they matched up this summer at the Summer Slam, which is a scholastic event for high school teams. And there's a lot of club basketball in the summer, but that's an event where you go as a varsity team. And Coach Staub brought Edgewood, Coach Merck brought the Red Raiders, and they matched up, and it was an overtime game, and Edgewood ended up winning it by a buzzer beater. So this is not unexpected to have them be so evenly matched. I'm not entirely sure that we're not going to come down to that tonight as well.
Litza working her way inside. Kalambula takes it in on Thompson, and Thompson picks up the foul. That'll be her 3rd personal. As again, Kalambula goes to the line.
She's been a little bit of an X factor in this game. It's kind of fun to see different players than what we saw in the efforts yesterday in the semifinal game. In fact, she only played 2 minutes and 24 seconds of that game against West De Pere. So she's getting more minutes today, but also her role is probably, she's filling her role exceptionally well for Coach Merck too. That's the mark of a good system. When you can have different players in your rotation and similar results, that means there's consistency within your program. Sellinger's in foul trouble right now. It's real hard for her to be out, but now you've got players, teammates that are stepping in and filling in for you. Team game for a reason.
Schmatzer tied up. He passes it out. And Coach Merg wanted a jump ball there.
I think she almost jumped for the jump ball over there.
Miller drives inside. What a finish from Anna Miller as Edgewood grabs a 44-42 lead.
Both of these coaches put so much time into their preparation. They are both just some of the best at the game.
Off. Ooh, that was going to be a great pass to close, but a steal from Beanie Thompson. Read it the whole way. Edgewood on top by 2. Nice cut. Rebounded by Kalambula, making her impact on both ends of the floor. And here's Litza.
Again, there's hand signals. Like everything, there's such an incredible system for both of these teams. There's so much communication that's taking place that isn't giving anything away to the defenders because they know they've repped it so much they know exactly the look they're going for.
Great rebound by Thompson. She has 6 boards today after 15 yesterday. Litza with the steal, taking it in and scoring to tie the game at 44.
She was reading that pass the whole way, and she's so quick to a passing lane deflection. Her eyes are always moving.
Schmatzer inside, back out. Thompson gets her own rebound.
2 players in that possession.
And now Beanie Thompson is going to head to the line.
So Hawk went a long time without 1 foul, and she's picked up 2 in the last 2 minutes. I think that's the frustration you're seeing right there, is I think she realizes she's played so hard. She did so well after getting in foul trouble early yesterday. She really came out and played tough defense without fouling, and to pick up those 2 quick fouls. Just take a breath, realize you're just fine. But it plays in your head a little bit when you've already had foul trouble the day before.
And you see Sellinger check back into the game with 4 fouls. Kalambula is going to take a seat on the bench after a great performance here tonight. Stepping in for her.
Sellinger's a big part of them getting their corner baseline threes established, and so with her on the bench, it's been hard for corner close to get open on the three-point line.
Right.
She's also a great high basketball IQ kid, good floor general, even though she's not the point guard. She's very good at verbalizing things for her team, reading what the defense is giving them, and just a lot of communication out of Sellinger that they haven't been able to have on the court for a long time in the second half here.
Wauwatosa East down by 1. This is coming down to the wire. Litza setting up her offense. She leads the way with 22 points. Anna Miller on her, takes her inside. Off the glass, too strong. Thompson comes away with the board. So Edgewood has it. 2 minutes to go in this Division II state title game. Edgewood hanging on to a 1-point lead. And Litza picks up the foul. So I think that puts Edgewood at the free throw line.
Both teams are right at or just below the bonus free throws. And they're both good at knocking down these foul line shots. So again, in a close game, free throws could become big impacts.
10 points on the day for Anna Miller, her first free throws here. Misses the first, so she doesn't get a second. Here comes Litza. Again, down by 1.
Seeing this team at state last year, and they were just so excited to be here. They hadn't been here in a long time, and Coach Merg was just kind of getting things started. There is a different attitude and confidence in them this year. They are here to win it all. They are not here just to be happy to be here. They are here to be competitive, to go hard at a reigning state champion. Doesn't matter if it was the other division. They understand what's at stake right now. They understand the quality of the program of Edgewood basketball, and they're here to show that they are at that level as well.
I love how Anna Miller wants the ball in her hands. Down by 1. Miller taking it in on close. Tough shot. And Sellinger comes away with the board. Here's Litza, under a minute to play. It was Ellie Dupre who just hit that huge shot for Wauwatosa East, and now Anna Miller picks up the foul.
And that puts Wauwatosa East on the line now, because Edgewood going into that bonus foul situation. We missed the front end down here on Edgewood's end. We'll see what we do with Litza. These are high pressure free throws. Both of these players are great free throw shooters, but in this environment, under this pressure with this much at stake, your season percentages kind of go out the door, and then you have a coach that ices you. That doesn't help either.
So Laura Stavinus is going to take a timeout. I don't want to step away, but apparently we have to. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. What a great game we have here. Wauwatosa East up by 1. The leader of the team, Makaya Litza, at the free throw line in the bonus.
You hear this crowd noise. You see the pressure.
Composed.
That's got to feel good.
Litza just doesn't seem fazed to me by anything.
No, she really has an excellent court demeanor. Just super confident, but also gets the job done.
So she goes 1 of 2 at the line. Wauwatosa East up by 2. Edgewood with the ball, down 47-45. Less than a minute to play. Anna Miller has it. Over to Faust. Miller gets it back.
They're going to be content to take time off the clock. They're going to not want to turn the ball over in this situation because almost every single time they've turned the ball over, Wauwatosa East has made them pay. And being down 2, you have to get a shot off.
Oh, what
That's
an
offensive board
from
by
Schmatzer.
Schmatzer.
Here we go, 10 seconds left. Stavinus, Coach Staub's going to take the timeout.
We talked about Coach Merg approaching her 100th win tonight, and we've talked yesterday about Coach Staub hitting 500 this season. You don't hit those milestones as high school coaches without being excellent coaches and just having kids that are buying into your system. And I think both of these teams, you see players who are completely trusting the coaching staff that's leading them. And this is exciting. It's 9.8 seconds. You're down 2. What are you calling coming out of this timeout? Who's getting the ball in their hands?
And you know Coach Staub well. What is she drawing up right here for the moment?
I'm not going to pretend to know what she's drawing up because I would think she'd be going to Anna Miller, but you know what? That's what everybody probably thinks also. So I would say they might have some kind of a deception play where running Anna Miller off of something to make sure that they're keeping her off the three-point line. They've got other three-point shooters who can knock things down, or if they go for 2 and they send it to overtime, they might be okay with that as well.
Right.
She's been here. She knows what to do. She's got the gold balls, and that's just exactly what she's in charge of right now.
You know, family members are in the stands watching with anxiety and excitement. This is the moment.
But they're not going to run the play they ran this summer because I guarantee Coach Merg has thought through that last-second shot, and she's not letting that happen.
Miller has it with Litza on her. 6 seconds. Miller inside, up and in! Anna Miller ties it at 47.
And go for the 2. Have confidence. Go for the 2. Have confidence in the tie. Probably didn't want that timeout called because now there's time for Coach Merg to set something up as well.
What a move from Anna Miller between the legs, gets in the paint, finishes through 2 Red Raiders defenders to tie it at 47.
And Sellinger did a great job of walling up and not fouling and making her shoot over the top of her. I think that was a great play at the rim. And
what can you do with .8?
Well, you can catch and you can shoot with .3. So .8, you have a little more time than that, but you got to have something quick. You got to know who you're going to, or again, you think we're going to get the ball in, we're not going to risk turning it over, trying to make a Hail Mary type pass for a last second shot, because you do run the risk of turning it over to Edgewood, and Edgewood catching, and you've seen that on highlights enough too. You can catch and launch a half-court shot and it goes in and it's a heartbreaker. So
we have a second now. Again,
oh, there you go. Now you have all the time in the world. No, again, Coach Merg, I'm not going to try to guess what she's thinking. She knows her team well, and they know these situations. Just so impressed with both of these coaching staffs and how they've had them ready for this matchup.
And Anna Miller, she scored all 12 of her points in the second half. We heard Coach Staub say at halftime, you know, we're right in it and we're happy about it because Miller hasn't even scored. So for her to come out, score 12 points and score that bucket to tie it at 47 and possibly send it to overtime, what a show.
Coach Merg is looking to potentially call another timeout if there's something defensively that she sees that she doesn't like. I think she's a little nervous about what's going to happen if they have the full court pressure. Again, you don't want that Hail Mary pass.
So Litza gives it her best shot, but this one is headed to overtime, tied
Bonus
at
basketball.
47. I don't think anyone's complaining. This has been a great game from the tip. The only people who might be complaining might be those Division I teams who are anxious to get out here on the court.
Oh, absolutely. But this is great. I mean, this is overtime. Again, we talked about they matched up this summer. They met up with their teams. They went into overtime. It came down to a last-second shot. Like, this is exciting. This means that the two teams that should be here right now playing in this moment are playing, and it's a lot of teams aren't able to be in this moment, but when you are, you make the most of it. Both of these teams are.
So this is the third championship overtime game in Division II. It doesn't happen very often. They're 1 and 2 seed for a reason. Like we've been talking about, these two teams met in the summer and battled it out. So they're battling it out once again here at the end of the year. We'll see who comes away with the gold ball in the end. Edgewood looking to repeat as state champions, and Wauwatosa East looking for their first title since 1981, but they are back here for the second year in a row. They lost to Notre Dame in the semifinals of the state tournament last year. So here we go, 4 minutes on the clock in the first overtime. Schmatzer and Hawk are going to meet at the center line. And we have free basketball here in the Division II state championship game. Edgewood's going to control it. And Miller, who just made an amazing basket to send it to overtime. The floor general leading the way.
We could have a lot more tie games and lead changes in this game before it's over.
Schmatzer going hard inside and draws the foul on Hawk. That'll be her third, and Schmatzer steps up to the line. The senior for the Crusaders, she's playing basketball at the University of Northern Iowa next season. Misses both. So we're stayed at 47 apiece.
Free throws are critical in games like this, so you got to let that go, and you just got to have a next play mentality right now. And she's got it locked down on defense and not worry about missed free throws.
Litza inside and has it taken away from Schmatzer. What a response.
That's a great next play mentality.
Miller drives inside, off the glass, rims out, but Miller is going to head to the line. She just turned on another gear there.
She did, and she rejected the screen really well. And if that's on Selinger, that's going to be 5 fouls, but they haven't put it up yet on who it was on.
Gets the first one to go.
Third foul on Litza.
Okay.
Yep.
Clutch. Edgewood up 49-47. Let's see how the Red Raiders respond here.
Every single possession, so valuable right now.
Sellinger steps out, drives inside, kicks it out. Hawk, short corner, back to Sellinger and up top to Litza. The matchup of the day, Anna Miller and Micaiah Litza. Litza takes the screen, drives inside, tough move, and scores. Micaiah Litza.
She uses the glass so well. She goes in strong and knows that she's got that backing. Some people try to finesse in traffic or just elevate without that strength to the rim. She trusts the glass for a reason. It's a true layup when she's going to the rim.
See, Coach Shaw was telling Beanie Thompson, I think, you got to be up more.
Again, another tie game situation. Anytime you've got Litza going on you one-on-one, that's a tough matchup.
Everyone has eyes on her. She has 25 points. It's really been hard to stop all game. Sellinger takes it inside, outside to Hawk and back to Litza. Litza gets in the paint, kicks it out to Hawk. Dupre, after Litza in the corner. Oh, an off-ball foul. That's an offensive foul on Ellie Dupre.
I think that was one of those incidental contact fouls.
Coach Mary Murr doesn't like it, but Ellie Dupre picks up her 4th foul. So the Crusaders, they have it all tied up at 49.
These matchups, this communication is just so interesting. They've got their box set where it's kind of an isolation. She's going to go one-on-one on Litza, but it's just a matter of what Litza does defensively for her to know when she's going to take her.
And how do you manage the clock?
Well, she's watching right now. She's content to keep her eyes on the official. If he's not going to start counting down, she's not going to make her move. She's using every single second of the clock.
So timeout Edgewood as Coach Laura Stavinus wants to talk to her team here. Less than a minute to play in overtime. All tied at 49. Anna Miller was the one to tie it and send it to overtime. You gotta like the ball in her hands again here.
Well, and we talked earlier in the game about how neither of these coaches, they get their extra media timeouts at state, but neither of these coaches use their regular game timeouts.
Right.
But now you see why. They knew that this game was going to be a game that came down to the end, and so both now, 4 timeouts left for Wauwatosa East and 2 left for Edgewood. She's used 2 in these pressure situations to set things up. There is foul trouble to take into account also. 4 players for the Red Raiders are in somewhat of foul trouble. Obviously, 3 fouls, you're still kind of okay. Beanie Thompson, Anna Miller on Edgewood's side also. So fouls could play a part, but more importantly are those fouls leading to free throws too.
All right, here we go. Tied at 49. Crusaders have it. And they get it in to Shower. Schmatzer now.
This is where the Red Raiders are bringing their blitz defense. They're not going to let them just hang on to the ball. They're going to come after them.
Faust gets inside.
Edgewood wants to hold for the last shot, and the Red Raiders are going to do everything they can to not let them get that shot.
Let's see what the sophomore can do. Anna Miller with 14 points, all coming in the second half. She has Emma close on her. 20 seconds to go in overtime. Tied at 49. Anna Miller.
Close wasn't in this position when it headed into overtime. It was Litza that had drawn the matchup with Miller in this situation. This is now off ball on Schauer.
Just 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Traveling called. No shot. Traveling called.
But more importantly, Emma Miller's hurt on that play just a little bit, shaking it off just a bit.
And it looks like we're going to go to a second overtime. All tied at 49.
I think she hit the ground at an awkward angle
Yeah.
because she was trying really hard to draw that contact foul and gets called for the travel. But I think she just twisted kind of weird and fell more than anything with the contact. She's trying to get through.
And that's great defense by the Red Raiders to close in on her like that.
They did a great job keeping their hands up. This is, I mean, this is unbelievable. How many double overtimes have we had in Division II state championship?
Well, I'm sure our phenomenal stats people will get that up shortly. Oh, we've had
there's none. So this is
none in Division II.
This is awesome. This means it's a first time for everything going in the record books.
We have the best team here. You asked that question, they answered it before you even got the question out.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the graphics people on this broadcast,
phenomenal.
It's incredible. They make us sound so smart.
No, they really do.
They do. They're awesome.
You don't want to take credit for it?
No, I just read my screen. I just read the screen. They listen to us talk, and they make all the magic happen.
Absolutely phenomenal.
That's the magic of March right there. The production team.
It is. You're taking a look at the camera operators too. The whole team here at the WIAA tournament.
Sincerely though, it's in the United States.
Yes.
This is one of the best high school state tournaments, and what they do for these girls this weekend and the boys teams next weekend, it is incredible. And I think we're so fortunate. I hope we never ever take it for granted because it's pretty special.
I hope we have more overtimes to talk about each and every one of you. All right. Second overtime underway, tied at 49. Micaiah Litza has it in her hands. 25 points for her on the night.
Coach Merck talks a lot about Wauwatosa East Red Raiders being so player-led, and we can't say enough about that. They're just constantly communicating with each other.
Schmatzer with a big defensive play. Crusaders come away with the steal. Miller.
A little different look here from the Crusaders. A little more dribble action versus the high ball screen they were working on there towards the end of the first regulation. Jeannie Thompson back on the floor as well.
Aaron Schauer. Back to Thompson. And back up Thompson Miller. Working it around. Like you said, every possession is valuable. Inside to Schmatzer. Thompson through the gap. Foul underneath, that's going to be on Schmatzer. Just her second.
Yeah, that's hustle fouls. We saw one before on the Red Raiders, and we're seeing it now on the Crusaders also. It's just, these are two good teams that are going to hustle after every 50-50 basketball. At this point in the game, though, any of those contact fouls, any of those incidental fouls, putting both teams at the line.
So Ellie Prey at the line. Knocks it in. A 70% free throw shooter.
You'd like to think the second one's easier than a bonus if you knock down the first one, but I just think in this environment, both of them are hard.
Edgewood down by 1.
Now it's Miller's turn to kind of be the floor general.
Schmatzer inside, back out to Miller.
They're not going to let her see the three-point line.
Ooh, Thompson left open, down low, and cashes in. Edgewood back on top, 51-50. Litza looking for the answer. Floater, in and out. Schmatzer has it.
Still 2 minutes left. Get a good defensive stop here for the Red Raiders.
Litza on Miller. And here's Faust with it. Back to Miller.
All 5 players aware of the clock. All 5 players aware of game situations. These are 2 really experienced high basketball IQ teams.
And we got a timeout on the floor. Laura Stavanis calls the timeout with her team up 51-50. Let's take a look at that last basket from Beanie Thompson.
You take away your first threat, your second threat, your third threat, and you're still going to have a 4th or 5th player slide behind when you're playing against Edgewood. Just so many options. Probably good for both coaches that they get these additional timeouts. With every overtime, you get an additional timeout.
So here are the longest tournament games all time. So 2 overtimes, that's as
it.
long
So
as
if we go to a 3rd overtime.
we could make history here tonight.
We already did with Division II, so we could now do it for the whole state tournament. I'm sure the Division I teams are really hoping that that's not the case.
I'm wide awake. I'm ready to keep going.
10 o'clock news. We're good.
All right, Edgewood up by 1, looking to get it in. Faust.
Offensive foul.
An offensive foul called on Schmatzer. And Wauwatosa East gets the ball with 1:29 to go.
You can be set. You can be set setting your screen, but if you move your shoulders at all, if you move your hip at all, your feet are set, but you can still get that movement on the screen.
Emma Close with it to Craig.
Emma Close had a lot of 3-point attempts last night, and Schauer has really completely taken that game away from her tonight. That's one of those things that you don't notice that's happening in this game is the defensive effort that Erin Schauer is putting on Close.
She's done it all state tournament too. Anna Miller looking to get out of the pressure. She's got 2 Red Raiders on her now.
And this is when they're dangerous. When they scramble around in the full court like this, that is when they are most dangerous.
Coach Staub might have wanted an intentional foul there.
I think she wanted the intentional foul because I think she thought there was a jersey pull.
Yeah.
That's officials' discretion on if Mackenzie Hawk is trying to foul for strategy versus the intentional foul of grabbing the jersey and turning. If she didn't impede her movement, then that's not an intentional foul. If she didn't turn her with the jersey pull.
Big free throw here for Schmatzer.
Free throw violation.
Really?
Beanie Thompson, she was on the line and then she left outside.
All right, so Edgewood with a 2-point lead, and we have a timeout call now from Coach Mary Merg of the Red Raiders. They're down by 2, 41.3 seconds to go in the second overtime. Just a 30-second timeout here. Any thoughts?
Now Coach Merck gets a chance to draw something up. And again, our gut would say it's going to be in the hands of Micaiah Litza. She's been incredible the whole game. She has 25 of their 50 points. Right now in overtime, neither team having a lot of opportunities for field goals, so you've got to maximize your possession as much as possible. So yes, I think it's going in her hands. She has half of their points, but again, that's what Edgewood is going to work real hard to not let happen.
Take another look at that lane violation.
So she stepped out because Coach Staub wanted her back in a defensive situation, but the problem is the official had already started the free throw possession.
Okay. Selinger has it in the corner. Back up top to Close. Litza with the ball in her hands. 25 points for Micaiah Litza. Big moment here, down by 2. Drives inside. Good defense. Anna Miller almost gets the steal. Back to Litza. Floater. Her shot goes.
Tie game, 14 seconds.
Here you go, 10 seconds. Anna Miller, she sent it to overtime. What can she do here? Drives inside the lane, puts it up. No good. Thompson's shot, no good too. 0.5 seconds on the clock, tied at 52. My heart is racing.
Everybody in this gym, this is such a cool atmosphere right now. Like this,
hey, we made history.
This gym is like, there are people, I just turned around, there are people on the edges of their seat as that last possession was happening.
All right, let's take a look at that tying basket from Litza.
Did a great job getting it to Mackenzie Hawk. Good body control by Hawk. Right back. When Litza's one-on-one with you, it is such a dangerous situation. She's so good at those rim finishes.
27 points for Litza, and that is just her shot right there. You knew when she got the look, you just felt like that one was going to fall.
I mean, these officials are making history right now. They're kind of looking at each other like, do we get paid more if we go 3 overtimes? I don't know. That's not what they're doing. But
Fred, for a second, I thought your iPad died. Are you good over here? I thought your iPad died for a second. I thought you couldn't get on. We need you. You're our stats guy.
We need the stats right now. The energy in this gym is just, it's a great atmosphere, and feel so fortunate to be able to be courtside and calling this game. It's incredible. 3 overtimes.
Look at all the young girls staying up late tonight. What a game we have here.
We knew they were going to be evenly matched.
I
don't think we knew they were going to be this evenly matched. This is incredible. Actually, both coaching staffs, big smiles actually on the assistant coaches. I'm not going to say that the head coaches are smiling right now, but the assistant coaches they've got big smiles like, okay, this is what you play for. This is March Madness right now. Third tip.
Once again, it's Schmatzer and Hawk.
Violation on White, I believe. If you have a double tip before someone else touches it, it would be a violation.
All right, so once again, Edgewood is going to get the first possession in overtime.
We're also testing my rule test here.
You're doing great.
No, I don't know that I am. There'll probably be some social media things that I've screwed up because this is making these, trying to make sense of some things that have happened out here. It's pretty awesome.
See who's going to step up in this third overtime. Faust.
Remember, we have foul situations for both of these teams. We've got players in foul situations that would take them out of this game too. So they're going to bring the intense defense to try to stop the scoring, but they've also got to be very disciplined and careful with their positioning.
Macy Faust with her first points of the day, and they come in the third overtime. A huge bucket now. Dupre on the other side, rebounded by Miller. Edgewood up by 2.
Big stop for the Red Raiders here. They can handle it if they keep it within 1 score, but you don't want to start having those scores pile up for you.
Beanie Thompson has it up top. She's got Audrey Sellinger on her, but back to Miller and Litza. The matchup of the day right here, the 2 stars from both teams. Miller, step back jumper. Woo, drains it. So Edgewood now up by 4.
And Miller, who had no points in the first half, has 16 in the second half.
Litza has it short corner, looking for the answer. Wow! Count the foul on that for Micaiah Litzer. And let's take another look.
And with that, she goes to 29 points on the night. One-on-one versus Miller. Gets Miller to pick up her 4th foul. And Litza, 29 of 54 points.
Can't say enough about her. 30-point game for Micaiah Litza
against an incredible defensive team. Leave no doubt this kid can play.
Anna Miller gets inside the paint, dumps it down to Shower, who loses it.
Turnovers, rebounds. Didn't we talk about that at the start of the game? Oh. Every possession so critical. You just get so nervous about those unforced errors. Not a lot of margin for error in a game like this.
Look at the turnover numbers, pretty even. Wauwatosa East 13, Edgewood with 12. So 1-point game, Wauwatosa East trailing 56-55. Emma Close kicks it out to Hawk and back to Litza.
A little zoom action off the dribble weave.
Big three-pointer from Sellinger off the front rim, rebounded by Litza. Kicks it out to Frey. Got it! And Wauwatosa East back on top, 57-56.
Litza showed her skills as a distribution guard as well. She took all of her options in. Her shot selection is fantastic. She's not going to force something if she has a teammate that can have a better attempt.
Schmatzer looking for help, but Litza comes away with the steal. Wauwatosa East up by 1, looking to add on to it. A minute 15 to go.
Now they've got to switch Shower to Litza. A little more length.
And Sellinger draws the foul on Beanie Thompson. Thompson has 4
fouls for her as well.
Let's look at this bucket.
I bet DuPray's never felt so happy to be 100% and involved in this state run. Had to watch from the sidelines last year, back and healthy this year. 12 points in the game.
In and out for Sellinger. Big free throw here to push the lead out to 2. Misses them both. So Edgewood down by 1.
Again, we said it before when it happened with Edgewood. You got to let those 2 misses go, and you got to make the next best play that you can.
Right.
Next best play mentality.
Miller out to Schmatzer up top. Back to Miller. 50 seconds on the clock. Miller inside the lane. No good. Rebounded by Litza. Gives it up and gets it back. Litza gets across the line, and she's going to head to the line now. They're in double bonus. So Micaiah Litza, once again at the line. She's already got 30 points.
You don't want to put her on the line, but you also need the ball in your hands. You're down 1. You have to, you might be down 3 if she makes both of these, but you have to give yourself a shot. You can't let her just dribble out. You can't let them go into any kind of a stall action. You're going to have to come out and follow them anyway. Might as well follow them early where you have time left on the clock.
Micaiah Litza has 31, and the most points, 36. Now she's got 32, so just 4 points away from that record. What a game.
And I saw the first hint of a smile as she made that one. She's been so stoic and so serious, and she has a small smile on her face right now. She knows what she has done to put the team on her back in this game.
All right, so Edgewood trailing by 3 with 33 seconds left in this third overtime. You know, the game went so fast, it felt. You know, and so when you're in the third overtime, yes, it's been 3 overtimes, but it doesn't feel like it to me just because I felt like the actual game, the regulation went so fast.
Agree, and that again is because there wasn't a lot of stop action.
Yeah.
It was a lot of up and down, not a lot of timeouts. Just that pace, I think, made us feel like the game was really flying along, and now it's just, we're in this back and forth again, still in 3 overtimes. It's so exciting. I think what's hard right now is you can do that conversation of, do we go for 2 because there's so much time left on the clock, or do you go for 3? The reality is with Wauwatosa East, if you go for 2, they're gonna take time off the clock, and they've got a ball handler that is so good about getting through defense. I don't know what you can throw at Litza where she's not going to be able to draw a foul or dribble out time. So
spend money at the free throw line too.
Exactly, and so I think I'd expect them to come out with the 3-point option here, but again, Coach Staub is there for a reason. I'm here for a reason, so I'm going to defer to the 500-win coach who's been here before.
Don't sell yourself short. So here we go, 33 seconds left. And Miller inside to Schmatzer. Quick 2, it looks like. Schmatzer's off, gets the rebound, scores. 1-point game. Right in the hands of Litza, but back to Sellinger, and she's going to head to the line.
I think their game plan there was anybody but Litza could get the ball back. They were not going to let her get the ball in the full court. Nice offensive rebound put back. Those are big points for Schmatzer.
Again, it's double bonus. Audrey Sellinger at the line, the junior.
And everybody on this Wauwatosa East team shoots free throws well. They have almost a 70% average as a whole team.
She is 1 of 4 at the line tonight.
It is super hard to shoot free throws when strategically you have to be back on defense also. They know how well, Coach Merck knows how well Edgewood runs the break. So she's bringing her 4 defenders back, but it's a very lonely feeling to be all by yourself on this free throw line too.
Misses them both. Edgewood down by 1. 15 seconds left. Coach Stav is going to let him play. Here we go. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Faust inside to Schmatzer. Someone's got to put it up. Miller for 3. And Wauwatosa East survives in triple overtime. The Red Raiders have won the Division II State Championship. And you see head coach Mary Merg just overcome with emotion right now as her team just won the Division II State Championship, the first time since 1981. They get it done in triple overtime.
Incredible effort by both teams. Miller got a nice shot off, but it just wasn't enough. And for the second time, Coach Stav is falling short by 1 point in a championship game, and it hurts, but wow, that effort from Wauwatosa East was incredible. Both teams bringing everything they had.
Couldn't ask for much more from this one. All right, we are gonna send it to a network break, and we'll hand out the hardware when we come back. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Wauwatosa East, your Division II state champions. It's time to hand out the hardware. And for that, we go to PA announcer Jim Strick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WIAA Board of Control invites you to participate in the award ceremony for these 2 fine teams that have just completed their tournament competition and the first triple overtime championship game in state tournament history. Tonight, making the presentation to the Division II teams will be Board of Control members Dennis Burr from Fall River, Paul Peterson from Regis, Brian Nadu from Ellsworth, and Corey Hinkle from Luck, along with WIAA Executive Director Stephanie Hauser and WIAA Assistant Director Melissa Gehring. And will the members of the Edgewood Crusaders please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual medals. Aaron Schauer, Lauren Bartlemy, Michaela Foley, Macy Faust, Agape Gialamas, Beanie Thompson, Maya Tomlinson, Alex Mashkow, Maggie Iglar, Georgia Collum, Maren Schmatzer, Anna Miller, Sienna Rabach, and will Coach Laura Stockness from Edgewood please come forward to receive the team trophy. And will the members of the Wauwatosa East Red Raiders please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual medals. Malaya Taylor. Emma Close. Mackenzie Hawk. Lindia Kalambula. Sadie Kabaki. Ellie Padelko. Ellie Depre. Abigail Geiser. Micaiah Litza. Cassie Krause. Evelyn Ansack. Audrey Sellinger. And will Coach Mary Merg from Wauwatosa East please come forward to receive the championship trophy.
Wauwatosa East comes away as the Division II state champions after a battle. 3 overtimes, the first time ever in state tournament history that it's gone to triple overtime. The Red Raiders pull it out.
That was an incredible game. Great effort by both teams. Always hard to have one team have those tears of sadness, but wow, what a great game for all of us, and what a great accomplishment for Coach Merg and her Wauwatosa East Red Raiders.
And you know, something exciting for us is some of these stars are so young that we're sure to see them back here at the Rush Center again.
Absolutely. Hard to get here, but these two teams certainly seem like they've got a lot of the pieces to the puzzle that are required.
Let's take a look at the highlights. I don't even know how you pick them, but let's get to the highlights in the second half. Well,
Micaiah Litza, if she wasn't scoring, she was distributing, and it just, she's such a threat on both sides of the ball. But give it to Edgewood also. They brought their own game. They had everything they could throw at Wauwatosa East.
Anna Miller was phenomenal. This bucket to send it to the first overtime. She finished with 16. Now in overtime, Litza drives to the paint and scores. She was unstoppable. 32 points for her. This was a big one, Thompson. And then just these teams so physical. It was Litza again with a huge bucket. The other way, Faust stepping up. Her first points of the game came in triple overtime. Then Anna Miller with the short jumper. Miller was 16, as I said. Litza picks it out. And Trey with a big bucket there as the Red Raiders come away as Division II state champions. 59-58 the final. And the gold ball is going home to Wauwatosa East. What an incredible game. Let's take a look at the final stats here. Inside points, Wauwatosa East with 34 compared to Edgewood's 26. I mean, it was just an evenly matched game. That's why we went to triple overtime. You take a look at the tie scores and lead changes.
It's just incredible. 9 times this game was tied in 15 lead changes, 3 overtimes. Just some of the best basketball that we've seen on this court.
All right, let's take a look at the leading scorers in this one. Of course, we've talked about them all game. Anna Miller had 16 for Edgewood, and then Micaiah Litza with 32 for Wauwatosa East. What an incredible game. Nick Tabbert standing by with the Red Raiders.
Ladies, thank you for an incredible show. Ellie, you had the go-ahead bucket on that second chance. Just what was it like to play this game tonight?
I mean, I think it was great. I think we battled so hard. I mean, we worked so hard for this, and I'm just really proud of our team.
It's been a long time coming for Wauwatosa East. What's it mean to bring a title to this community?
I mean, it means everything. We've worked for it all season since last year when we lost. We worked so hard and we finally got it.
Coach, you went to the floor after the final buzzer. You talk about composure and passion for this program. It starts with you. You've reached the top. What does this mean to you?
It means immense amount to our program. You know, we have historically not been a successful program, and we've had seasons where I've only won 3 games when I was head here. And these kids came in as a freshman, and they went to work. They went to work every day, and they built this. They built this, and it's all them, really. And I am just so immensely proud. It is all them, and they're making this program as special as it is today.
Ladies, congratulations. History ends with gold for Wauwatosa East.